Hello and welcome back to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily.
Kellyanne Conway drops a bomb. Implicates that Obama in the Oval Office schemed to destroy Trump. Former Trump campaign manager and current consultant to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, joined America's Newsroom on Friday morning to discuss the recent allegations against the Obama administration and their active spying on the Trump campaign and transition team for political reasons. It's now clear that the Obama administration went after General Michael Flynn for over a year before the 2016 election and was spying on the Trump campaign for months to gain a political advantage. The mainstream media to this day continues to ignore or downplay this biggest political scandal in U.S. history. Kellyanne implicated the entire Obama administration and the former president in these illegal activities. Kellyanne Conway said he continued doing that bidding after President Trump was elected and into our first days here at the White House. Look, if Peter Strzok had something important to say about General Flynn, let's just say he was an existential threat or a real national security threat. He could have come forward and said that. This isn't the purpose of this inquisition of Michael Flynn. You see the notes, you see them saying, don't end a crossfire razor. Keep it going. Why? To harass and embarrass a general who had served with distinction over 3 decades. I will remind everybody that President Obama told President-elect Donald Trump he had 2 things to worry about: North Korea and Michael Flynn. Folks, that's just weird on its face. You gotta worry about a nuclear-capable dictator in North Korea. I understand that. And you gotta worry about a general of 37 years who served in the Obama administration? People should look at this for what it is. Taxpayers funded this nonsense. Take a watch.
Well, we'll look forward to the briefing that's going to be happening at 2 o'clock Eastern time today with Kayleigh McEnany. But meanwhile, to Michael Flynn and what happens next with this. We heard the president talking about a possible pardon. He's now moved to saying that he would even consider bringing Flynn back, saying he's essentially exonerated. Is the president really considering that, Kellyanne?
Well, the president stated very clearly yesterday, this is the first time he's been asked that. I think the president is more likely to bring Michael Flynn to the Oval Office or to the White House as his guest and to review what has happened to Michael Flynn, which should have a chilling effect on every American, Sandra and Ed, because if it can happen to the president's newly installed national security advisor, it can happen to you, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, the fix was in. Peter Strzok and his co-texter Lisa Page and the whole lot of them at the upper echelon of the FBI, misrepresenting the rank and file 35,000 wonderful FBI agents across this country and world that do a fabulous job on behalf of each of us, and God bless each of them. But Peter Strzok wasn't just doing evil in the 2016 campaign cycle to try to have that insurance policy, making fun of the smelly Walmart Trump voters, castigating people. He continued doing that bidding after President Trump was elected and into our first days here at the White House. Look, if Peter Strzok had something important to say about General Flynn, let's consider that he thought he was an existential threat, a real national security threat. He could have come forward and said that. That isn't the purpose of this inquisition of Michael Flynn. You see the notes. You see them saying, don't end crossfire razor. Keep it going. Why? To harass and embarrass a general who had served with distinction for over 3 decades. I would remind everybody that President Obama told President-elect Donald Trump he had, quote, 2 things to worry about: North Korea and Michael Flynn. Folks, that's just weird on its face. You got to worry about a nuclear-capable dictator in North Korea, and you got to worry about a general of 37 years who served in the Obama administration. So people should look at this for what it is. Taxpayers funded this nonsense. And to think that 4 days into our administration, they're coming into the White House not to be helpful to the incoming administration, the National Security Advisor, and by extension helpful to you, the American people, and our new presidency. Yeah. But to try to trip him up, get him, quote, fired, or get him to lie. And that is a disgrace, and everybody, as the president has said, should be concerned about that, regardless of your political affiliation.
So, Kellyanne, just to finish up on that point, with the president considering a pardon, even bringing Flynn back, saying he's been essentially exonerated, Mike Pence, the vice president, weighed in as well, saying that he's more inclined to believe that Flynn unintentionally lied. So what can you tell us, and we hear you passionately talking about what might be the next steps on the part of the White House as far as a decision being made in a timeline, Kellyanne?
It was a very important statement by Vice President Pence, because everyone will recall when Michael Flynn left the White House on February 13th or 14th, a month into our presidency, it was because he had not been candid with the vice president about his meetings with the Russian ambassador, I believe. And so, and the vice president, others of us had said that he hadn't met with them or whatnot. But now the vice president's rethinking this, recognizing that people were setting Michael Flynn up. It was a total setup. And I want to repeat, not in the bowels of some basement of some office building or in the dead of night somewhere in some movie, in the White House during transition, and then here on taxpayer dollars by people who had an incredible amount of power. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't abuse your power as a government official just because you don't like who the president is, because you didn't vote for him, you didn't want him, and most importantly, Sandra and Ed, you didn't expect him to get elected, which is what's really rankled so many people. So we'll see what the president says. But look, it's also that Michael, I don't know what the logistics are. I'm a fully recovered attorney, haven't practiced in years. I'm a happy person. So Michael Flynn maybe could withdraw his guilty plea. I don't know what the logistics of that are, but clearly this man has been treated unfairly, was pushed out of a job early on, and to have people from the previous administration that served with Michael Flynn trying to get to the president and make our first couple weeks unsuccessful through the new national security advisor, rather than help him understand all the hot spots and the danger around this world. And I think Joe Biden should be asked all the questions you're asking me.
All right.
If he wants to be president again, he should be asked, why are these Obama-Biden officials doing this, and does he agree with that?
Absolutely.
It was his FBI. It was his responsibility. Most of all, James Comey, Sally Yates, and Susan Rice had a meeting on January 5th, 2017 with Obama and Biden on the matter. Guess what Obama said? Get him, but get Flynn, quote, by the book.
Share your thoughts and responses in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below, share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. I'm David Ravine, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe.